Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My lovely audience, brave participants, and honorable judges, Samira and Emperor. I heartily welcome you in English Learners event, speech competition. I hope you all are excited because I am. And with this, we are starting a journey of listening to the voices which would be coming up with the crucial stories of justice and equality. Here is a format overview for all of you to get updated with it. There would be total 2 rounds. In the first round, the topic would be tears of blood. For the second round and for the finale, topic would be how one act changed my life. For all participants, the time allotted to them would be 3 minutes. I hope that you can complete yourself in 2 minutes 30 seconds and can conclude in 30 seconds remaining. With this, let's dive into it. Real gold is not afraid to test by fire. And with this, our participants today will spark a curiosity in your mind to think again at what path you are walking as a citizen of this nation. Are we walking right? This would be the question that should come in your mind. Justice is a small word which brings difficulties and patience to procure it. And here we will be listening to our participants bringing stories of injustice and struggle faced by our nation, appealing audience to demand justice and equality. Before starting, let me give you a friendly reminder to all the members and participants about the rules. I know you might know this, but just keep in mind that English is the only language that should be spoken in the VC as well as GC. Second, refrain yourself from using any inappropriate words and stick with the decorum of the group. Third, time limit is for each participant 3 minutes. With this, let me give a shout out to all of you. We are done with it and we are starting with our participants again. But before that, I want all the people here to be active. And there is a tricky part in it. I have planned something and I want you to guess who would be the participant coming here with this. So, second one. Where is second one? Okay. For the second participant is where the world finds maths puzzling, but he is the one who finds it fun. His name contains number and he named himself physics. Will his voice be able to give another challenge to the people waiting in the turns? I guess you might know somebody who contains the name with lots of numbers. He calls himself physics. Any guesses for the one? I want everybody to be active. So can you write it down if you know somebody? Because I know someone who has this name. I hope you all can do that. And, oh, I see. Somebody just dropped a poly there. Physics, 3.85. Okay. So yes, let's give a big shout out to our first participant of this evening, minus 3.477, Aka Physics 0523, the one who contains lots of numbers. All the very best to you.
Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are totally audible.
Thank you, ma'am, for this great introduction. So, hello all. Today, I do not stand before you with just words, but with the tears of blood shed by countless unheard voices in our nation. The cries of farmers who died fighting for their rights, the screams of Dalit children beaten for drinking for common pot, the silent suffering of tribal communities displaced in the name of development, and the endless mourning of mothers who lost their daughters to brutality, who dare who dare not to name. With what is justice? If it's only for privilege, what is equality? If it's remain ink on paper and not the reality of streets. India, our beloved nation, was born with a dream of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Yet, 75 years after independence, I ask you, have you truly become free? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. These powerful words by Martin Luther King Jr. ring true for our land too, because when our community is oppressed, when one child is denied education, when one woman is stripped of dignity, the soul of nation bleeds. Look, look us. Okay, sorry. Let us look at our fields. Why are the farmers still dying on debt despite feeding the entire nation? Why do they live with the empty plates? Why does a manual scavenger still enter a manhole without protection? Why does caste decide if child eats midday meal or it's humiliated by a teacher? Let us look at our homes. Why is the woman raped every 16 minutes? Why are crimes against minorities rising? Why do we still stay silent? B.R. Ambedkar once said, justice is the soul of religion. If you remove justice from the religion, all that remains is superstition. But today, justice itself is chained by bureaucracy, by prejudice, by fear, and those who speak for it are branded anti-national, seditionist, or enemies of growth. But I ask you, is it anti-national to question injustice? Is it wrong to demand dignity for every Indian? Is patriotism only about flag and slogans, or should it be against building a nation where no one sleeps hungry, no one is lynched of for what they were or believe? India does not cry for sympathy. India cries for justice. She does not need saviors. She needs citizens, aware, awakened, and unfeared. So I urge you, my fellow Indians, raise your voice when a tribal is thrown out of her land. Stand up when Dalit is denied entry to his temple. Speak out when the media distract us from real issues. And above all, demand accountability from those in power. For they serve us, not the other way around. Let us remember the word of Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high into the heaven of freedom. My father, let my country awake. But that heaven will not come by waiting. It will come when we, you and I, stop being silent spectators and become brave participants in shaping a just India. Let us not wait for another headline to shake us. Let us be the headline. Let us be the voice of those whose voices were stolen. Let us not let their tears of blood go in vain. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Okay. That was something. I guess calm yet very effective. Thank you so much, minus 3.477, for your speech. And you completed in time. Let's go with another participant for the evening. Okay. I'm not biased, but somehow she's my favorite. She always says, God always believe in those who believes in themselves. And she is the one who believes conquering a steadfast quest. It's a big hint, by the way. She just naturally has it all, the beauty and the brain, the hustle and the ambition. She's a rare grain. Anybody know this person? She's very passionate person whenever she's speaking. Very bright, furious when she speaks. No, not Ganesh sir. Anam. Is it Anam? Zoya has put everything. Anam. Okay. Yes. Let's give it to our second participant, who is none other than cute little Anam. Go ahead.
My God, what an introduction. I'm just melting. Thank you so much, Sherliey. So, shall I start?
Yes, VC is yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a nation tears failing not as water but as a blood. The cries of the oppressed, the silenced, and the forgotten. I, Manam, as an Indian girl, I stand here to demand we listen to that tears for justice. Our nation, this beautiful tapestry of a dream and diversity, is stained by inequality that chokes the poor while the powerful feast. Stained by corruption that turns hope into despair. Stained by the voice, millions of them screaming for fairness, only to be met with a silence. Can you hear them? The mother who works 3 jobs but still can't feed their children. The student whose future is stolen by a system that favors the few. The farmers whose sweat waters the earth, yet whose family serves. These are not just the stories, these are the wonders of building across our land. So I ask you, how long? How long will you let these tears of our blood soak into the soil of before we act? How long will you turn away pretending the cries don't echo in our hearts? 200 years of struggle and still justice remains a distant star to visible. But outreach. But I say no more. No more excuse, no more delays. The time for justice is not tomorrow. It's today. It's now. Look around you. What do you see? I see strength in this room. Your strength. I see the power demands equality to tear down walls of injustice brick by brick. We are not helpless. We are not voiceless. Every one of us has a pen and paper, a vote, a voice, a weapon to rewrite this nation's story. Let's make it a story where no child sleeps hungry, where no workers crush under the greed, where every soul stands equal under the sun. This is my last letter to my nation. Yes, this is my last letter to my beautiful nation. A letter written not in ink but blood of those who have suffered too long. It's play, a promise, a call to arms. Rise with me, fight with me. Let's turn these tears of blood into rivers of hope, flowing towards down where justice is not a dream, it's a reality. So I leave with you this. When you walk out here today, don't just carry my words. Carry the weight of those tears. Let them fuel you. Let them remind you that nation's cry for justice is not a whisper, it's a roar. And together we will make it heard for everybody. Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm blown away with the energy you have brought into this VC. I guess each and every participant behind their turn still might be thinking that what an energy. I hope that everybody get motivated. With your speech, I just remembered a quote. Liberty is about our rights to question everything. And I think you have put everything in this whole speech. With this, it's time to move forward to our next participant. For our next participant, okay. He is just a masterpiece, learning to master a piece. He believes in tries and infinite opportunities, holding a PhD in his name. There is somebody who always flaunts PhD IS, I guess, and many people here know him too well to be forgotten. So, is there anybody in your mind? He talks a lot in the VCs and gives an insights. Okay. There is one who wrote Vijay. Bluebird also said Vijay. Seems Vijay is the one. Mr. Engineer. So yes, let's welcome Mr. Engineer, Mr. PhD holder to come forward and bring some more energy along with him with his speech.
Thanks, Shirley, for the wonderful introduction. I didn't even pay you to say that, but thanks a lot. And thanks for giving the opportunity. Okay, shall we begin? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Sorry, I was just kidding. I thought you got upset. Okay. So, on the reverse count of 3, 2, 1, shall I begin? Ma'am, hello.
Go for it.
Yeah, thanks. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. I'm talking as Gauri Lankesh now. I am Gauri Lankesh. I am a doctor, a journalist, a woman, an Indian, and above all, I'm a voice. A voice that you try to silence. But I ask you today, can you kill a violence? Can you kill a voice? I was born not to obey, but to question, not to whisper in fear, but to speak the truth. Even when the truth burned like fire. In a world where power has grown bold, where dissent is seen as disloyalty, where hate is sold in the name of culture, I stood, not with a sword, but with a pen. And I paid the price. They called me names. They labeled me anti-national, Naxalite, urban terrorist. For what? For exposing corruption? For asking why Dalits are still forced to clean sewers with their hands? For asking why a woman must fear the streets after sunset? For asking why minorities are made to feel like second-class citizens in their own homeland? I didn't carry a gun. I carried questions. And they were scared, not for me, but of you. Of every one of you who might ask the same questions. Who might say, no, I will not be a silent spectator. No, I will not fear right or future. This country, my country, is built not on uniformity, but unity. Unity of languages, of faiths, of dreams. But now they want one language, one religion, one truth. And anyone who refuses to fall in line gets labeled, trolled, jailed, or killed. I may be gone, but I'm not defeated because truth does not bleed and die. Truth multiplies. So I ask you, will you let my death be in vain? Will you let the idea of India be hijacked by fear and hatred? Will you stand in silence while those who speak truth are hunted down like animals? Or will you rise? Will you demand justice? Not just for me, but for everyone. You don't need to be brave like lion. You just need to be a human. Speak, question, stand up. Even a whisper, when joined by many, becomes thunder. Then they can kill a body, but not a voice that speaks for the voiceless. Truth is not afraid of questions, only lies are. So tell me, will you raise your voice or will you wait until there's no one left to raise it for you? Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay, for the speech. You brought insights with your calm and steady voice. And I and all the audience really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So let's move forward with our next participant for the evening. And to be very honest, whenever I ask something, any guesses, it's the participants who are cheering up for the another participant. It is a great view to see, honestly. And let me call another female warrior, which is there in the queue, waiting for her turn. She is an ordinary girl with exceptional qualities. Her aura is made of poetry, roses, and galaxies. She's been cheering for another participants, and she's the one who gave their names. Is there anybody who know that? I know. It's Astha. Write it down. Come on. No, it's not me. I'm blushing, but it's not me. Someone else. Astha, is it really Astha? Are you sure, Bluebird, it's Astha? Okay. No need to get angry. Yes, it's the beautiful lady Astha who would be the one giving us insight with her speech. Let's welcome her. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Very good evening to all of you present here. So I would be starting my speech in 1, 2, 3. My beloved nation, this may be my last letter to you, not because I have lost hope, but because I refuse to keep screaming into a silence that has swallowed too many voices. My words are soaked into the tears of the mother who have buried their own sons without answers, in the pain of children whose dreams were stolen by poverty, and in the silence of fathers crushed beneath the weight of injustice. How long will our soil drink the blood of its own children? How long will we will stitch wounds with weak promises and ignore the cries echoing through the alleys, slums, and the valleys and the borders? Nelson Mandela once said, as long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can carry truly rest. But look around, have we not become too comfortable in our rest while others burn? The young girl raped in silence, the farmer who dies with the depth clutched tighter than the last breath, the innocent boy shot because someone judged his color of his skin and the name of his god. Each of them is a letter written by blood. We raise flags, but forgot the hands that stitched them. We sing anthems, but silence the people whose screams should have been heard. A nation is not built by concrete and steel. It is built by truth and by justice, by courage, and we are failing in that. For the fame, but for the freedom, not for the applause, but for the justice. His pen was a bullet. His silence was a scream. Where is that fire now? Let me remind you of Rosa Parks, who said down and rise up. Women of one seat, one woman, one refusal. And the world heard. Why are we not refusing it today? Why are we not standing when we see injustice walk past us like a stranger? We are not weak, we are just sleeping lions. But the time has come to wake, not with the violence, but with the truth, with unity, and with the cry. I write this as my last letter because I fear what we are becoming. A nation where conscience dies with convenience, where voices are sold for popularity, and where justice is delayed until it rots. But I still believe in you, in us, in the power of the people who remember their roots, their rights, and their responsibilities. Rise, my people, not with the hatred, but with the fire in your soul and love in your fist. Let our tears no longer be of blood, but of victory, of healing, of hope. And don't wait for another last letter to awaken you this time. That's all from my side. Thank you so much for patiently listening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Asa, for wonderful speech. I guess there was a network issues. Sometimes whenever you were speaking, there were glitches. Some part of it was not audible. But the part which was audible was very strong, very evident. So thank you so much for the speech. Now I would like to call another participant. Yes. So it's time to call out Jyotsna More to give her speech.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. So, I would like to share a nation cries for justice. So now I start my speech. Justice, justice, justice. These words brings a setback a lot. India is a secular country. There are multitudes polyglot people are living, and it is a extraordinary and empathetical thing. Popular is increasing day by day, and crimes as well. Most of the crime is happen in the midnight. It is called a ghost night. Criminal have not get a proper right from their home and surrounding, and their morality and rituality is collapsed. They don't have control. They do not have control their mindset, sense, and internal and external behavior. They lost their intelligence, mindedness, and commit crime. Some people are suffering injustice because of lack of knowledge and their poverty. They cannot offer their high fees of lawyer because of that uh, victims get the injustice. Lawyer and judge is playing a role prominently in our judicial system, and they both focusing on money making instead of justice. It is one of the corruption, and mostly government department also share their money mindset to other department. That is the main reason of corruption and crime. Because of that hideous system, victims are increasing. They unaware of that system and follow the court steps. A lawyer and judge providing only date to the victims for long period, and sometimes victim lost their patience and money, and they commit suicide. So it is a very spooky situation in our society. So we must determine all about the judicial system, government government department, uh, criminal uh, criminal movement, and victims, because everyone has their own freedom and lifestyle. No one has right to make a disturbance, and no one has the right to make a disturbance and to other life. So that is my opinion on this topic. Thank you for listening to me, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jyotsna, for the speech. And I wish you the best. It was really wonderful listening to you. Now it's time for the next participant to rock. She has Radhe Radhe in her bio, and I hope that your speech would be even more better. So, a wise girl knows her limit, and a smart girl knows she has none. She is still unknown because I still have to witness her spark. But let's see, will she be able to slay or not? If anybody knows her, then you can tell me. If not, then I'm here to reveal it. Anybody? Okay. We get 2 votes for Anya. Anya, is it you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, my lady, stage is yours. Please
Yeah.
proceed.
I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, judges and fellow competitors. Dear, today I stand before you as my last letter with a powerful speech. I want to share with you the struggles. Yeah, struggles and injustice that have made the nation a tears of blood. Our country has demanded justice and equality for many years, but we still have a lot to achieve. Many people in our country are still facing discrimination, atrocities, and injustice. There are many sections in our society that are still neglected and exploited. The women, children, relatives, and advices and ministrations of our country still have to demand justice and equality. But I want to tell you that this struggle is not only for them, but it is for all of us. It is for the future of our country, for the future of our children. It is for the soul of our country, which demand justice and equality. So I urge to all of you, uh, united and demand justice and equality. We have to fight for our rights. We have to fight for our country. We have to fight to save the soul of our country. So I know it will be a tough fight, but I accuse you that we will win. We win. We will win because we are fighting for justice and equality. We will win because we are fighting for the future of our country. So, my dear countrymen, let's us united and demand justice and equality. Let's us fight for our country, fight for the future of children. Let's us save the soul of our country and fight for justice and equality. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Thank you so much, Anya, for this speech. And how's you feeling after this speech?
Grateful.
Okay, that's something which is very graceful.
But ma'am, inside nervous feel.
Sorry for the network. Okay, so for the next participant, I won't say much about her, but as much as I have observed her, I feel like she's a warrior. She's a warrior and the one waiting to build her own empire. Anybody know who she is? She's being called by the name Shrishti, by the way. Okay, Bluebird, why is it always you who is guessing it? We never leave the list, right? Okay, we get from Anam's side Shrishti as well. Okay. Yes, so it's time for Shrishti to take the stage. I hope you will do well and all the very best for your speech. Yes, Petal, we got it. It's Shrishti.
Yeah, thank you, Sherliey. I mean, actually, I have thought of owning an empire and selecting my own people. So, yeah, telepathy works. Okay, I shall start now. Okay, yeah, hi, I'm Shrishti, and let me provide you a verse of a song called "I Can't Breathe" by her. Generations and generations of pain, fear, and anxiety. Equality is walking without intuition, saying the protector and the killer is wearing the same uniform. Now, the concept of justice was far encrypted in citizens' minds that led to a humongous revolution and provided nations like India its independence. Countries like America, where black people fought for themselves for being ill-treated. You see, each corner of a globe is filled with the revolutionary voices of brave that altered the reckless power and domination and gifted themselves a fair world. But let's ask ourselves, would that be enough? In India, there is still a large population that loses hope for any change. Years of filed pending cases are untouched and easily have been suppressed under the weightage of so-called developing nation. Still, why a person left with the most traumatizing condition, desperately waiting for the justice, not knowing that they are never being privatized? In a world that is ruled by criminal minds, how can one expect equality and justice? Human rights are constantly being violated by people that reside in the exact country. You may wonder that even today, a female wails and demands actions on the profanity and violation of her honor, but disregarded by powerful minds who are supposed to be responsible but lacks the ability to authorize. In the same country, an anguished person in hopes of justice pays a price of being a man, openly commits suicide due to his voices being unheard. Unfortunately, I have to say this, but I believe even in this era, justice is delayed while injustice prevails. Now, lastly, in my words, with that, there's very less possibility of a utopic world. However, one can sustain positively while being accommodated with powers, which provides a life of a fulfillment of fundamental needs and every aspect of a human being. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Thank you so much for this speech, Shrishti. And yeah, for the first one, I guess same minds, thinks alike. Maybe that way. I hope you do build your empire someday, girl. I'll be there to cheer you up. Okay. So from a long queue of girls, there is finally one participant who will be from a male side as well. So let's give a shout out to the one who is intelligent. I have seen him lots of times participating in the debates. He's a great speaker, and I believe many of you know him since he's a frequent participant in many of the events. Okay. No, he's not. Let me give you a hint. He's one of the participants. That's a big hint, by the way. You cannot read his bio. I mean, I cannot read his bio. It's a bit difficult, but I guess Anam can. Okay, I guess it's a bit difficult. Anyways, forget about it. Audience is finally somebody came to save me. Yes. PhD holder, you did a great job. Yes, finally we have the one. So audience is waiting for you, Ijaz. I hope that you are prepared and very best for your speech. All the very best for your speech. I hope you are there.
Okay, first of all, I will let you know this is my first debate. Not many time I have participated. Okay. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to a speech about the tears of blood. We know for the justice in every country, like note is all about our country, the every corner and everywhere there are so many people they are suffering from the justice. They don't get justice, and there are many cases we can see in our country. So there is a lot of cases related to everything. Like what kind of justice we are talking about? Let me tell you. It can be a student's justice. It can be many girls who raped by someone, and there is many farmer who sacrifice their self for the justice, and there are many cases they sacrifice and why they are sacrificing still. So first of all, I would like to talk about the farmer. They feed the nation, but they are still they cannot provide the 3 times of ways their children, their families. And when we talk about the student, there are many students, they are the future of our country, but they are still we can't get success in many fields. So, and when we talk about the healthcare is we know the healthcare is such a place where must we need to be healthy, but there are many patients had died. I want to give an example. We know in our country there are many government hospitals. We don't need to pay any single rupees. But one my family member, not my family member, neighbor, they went to hospital to get treatment. And the doctor of the government hospital, they said that you have to come my own clinic where I can provide treatment. So the family said that why? This is the government hospital. Why should I go to your home? And the doctor said that you must have to come. After that, they asked to 6 lakh rupees. My neighbor they didn't give because they didn't have that much money. After that, the patient was dead. So you can imagine we having a government hospital, despite we are sacrificing our life. So this is the not only the single hospital in our country. That you can also see that there is many hospital they having the government like free treatment despite they have to pay the many rupees for them. So this is the reality of the justice. We don't get justice, and when we go to the any report file against any person, any big person, they can't file our case in police station because they have privileged power, they come from the very strong power. So that's why we are facing this kind of problem. So what should I do? Like what? Why we are doing? We are talking about the justice. Justice is our right, not our privilege. We are talking about we are talking about our justice because it is our rights. Yeah, it is all from my side. I'm done.
Yes, thank you, 𝙆𝙤𝙤, for the speech. And also, since I have witnessed you debating, so I said that thing. I hope you don't mind. And I do hope that you participate in lots of debates and lots of other events. But for today, thank you so much. Now it's time for again Girls Gang to rock. And with this, let's welcome our next participant. To be honest, I haven't heard her, but I guess I can witness the way she will spark the VC and bring new energy, new thoughts today. She is one of the participants whose name starts with D. Yeah, this is one of the hint. Okay, and I hope that you will do the best. Anybody know who she is? Girls Gang is there. I mean, there are lots of girls. Bird is again the one who took the guess and just said Dhriti. 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 Okay, so public is on fire and they are saying Dhriti. So is it you, Dhriti, the next participant for the evening?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. All the very best for your speech. It's your time to rock. Shine brightly.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and a very good evening to everyone presented here. I'm not here to offer any suggestions or not to be very poetic, but to shed tears of blood. Many women may still be crying in heaven. Why not? They never received the justice they deserve. They died victimized by brutal men in this country. So, justice. Justice is a term which refers to the equality of being impartial or fair, and the Indian Constitution promotes justice through provisions for equality, freedom, and social, economic, and political justice, and in political justice in the preamble and various articles, including 14 to Article 32. But the question is, are women really getting equality and justice? Women are like real creators of the society. If they are safe, then society is in safe hands. But are they really safe in the country? Are they able to get justice? We know India has always upheld women in personal esteem, even in history, folklore, mythology. For instance, Lakshmi Bai has fought for British and sacrificed her life. And there was a Savitri Bai Phule who established the first schools for girls in India in 1848. But the tragic circumstances is that our women are the victim in hands of their own countrymen. They are not safe and has not get justice. According to 2021 annual report of the National Crime Records, there was 31,677 rape cases were registered across the country. And in this context, I remember one tragic incident on the It was happened on the dark night of December 16, 2012. A 23-year-old woman was brutally assaulted and raped in a moving bus in South Delhi. During the incident, as she fought back, one of the juvenile inserted iron into her private parts. And now I'm trembling. My mouth was trembling just saying this incident. But the thing is that she was not only raped but murdered also. But it took 8 years to get justice. Can the law and the government take such action against the rapist so that no women are victimized by them again? Now I remember one more incident that has recently happened in our country. And a girl, she was a doctor. I don't want to take her name, but it was happening August 9, 2024. She was a trainee doctor, and you may all know about the incident. It was happening in 𝙼𝙪𝙨𝙪 hospital in West Bengal. But still, women are not getting their right, and they are still crying for justice. And our Indian government is still not able to take such kind of actions so that men are stay away from to do such kind of things. So women are still crying. That's it, ma'am, from my side. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Preeti, for this speech. And I would love to listen to you more in next debates and speeches competition. So for tonight, I hope you had fun participating in it. Now it's time to call the next participant for the evening. Who is the next participant? Is there a next participant? Yep, there is. There are still few participants remaining, so public, don't lose hope. There is much more to gain. And I hope you are enthusiastic as we started. We are in mid. Now it's time to call upon the one and only, the one who is being described as the one who says defeat is declared not when you fall, but when you refuse to stand up again. It's a strong quotation, but it is a reflection of what he thinks. It's time for one and only to shine again. Knock, knock. Are you there?
Yeah. The one and only Pandey is here.
Please, sir, go ahead.
A blissful evening to everyone, especially to those who are feeling like a dog with two tails. Further, it's my pleasure to be here to have the opportunity to present to you. Moreover, I am going to share my insights on the topic given by our prestigious mentor. I am feeling excited. Okay, I have heard lots of people, but I'm not able to get the feeling from them. I think they don't know the feeling of hunger. As this is my last letter, so I can share my friend feeling. He is not feeling well right now. He is suffering from some disease that he is not able to eat anything. He told me that when you don't get the food for 24 hours, imagine when you don't get the food for 24 hours, you get that feeling. I think none of you have felt that kind of a feeling in your life. So I am thinking about those people who don't get one-time meal. It's a big problem and millions of people are dying because of this. And we don't care about those people. It is a true thing that when we don't when we don't face this kind of a problem, we are not able to judge other people. We feel that they are lying. But just check out the news reports that millions of people are dying in India. Where if you're talking about Africa and other countries, you can check it out the number. Lots of things are going on. Still, we are not able to give them proper food. What we are giving, it is not good for their health. So it's a last letter that I want to. So my last appeal to the government or to all the people, they should consider this thing. To tackle this thing, we should do new things. You can see in 2029, the rate of one thali is 9.12 rupees, and it should be good for us if we give this kind of thalis to all the people who are living in India. It would be good for us, and we should also focus on those people who are who are not get who are not getting good education. There must be a rule that if any children get admission in the school, they will get the free food as well as their parents, as well as we will provide them the employment. If we are not able to give them employment, we should give them at least 10,000 rupees so that they will be able to get good food and good education for their children and good health. We should also provide them good healthcare facilities. It would be good for them if they will get this kind of facilities. In a nutshell, I will say when people are starving, they are more likely to commit crimes. This makes hunger a criminal justice problem because it's a cause of crime, not just a poverty issue. And those people are facing this kind of problem, they become terrorists. That's all from my side.
This page has a very big message behind it. Hunger is one of the problem, definitely, and as the responsible citizen, we should never do the food wastage, or we should avoid it. That's a good message. Thank you so much for bringing it in front of us and highlighting it as a problem. With this, we'll move forward for the next participant of the evening. So the next participant of the evening is a dark horse. I don't know. I never heard her, but I believe that she'll bring something more interesting, something, a major issue in front of us. So if 𝙑𝙪𝙨 is here, then 𝙑𝙪𝙨, the stage is yours. Is 𝙑𝙪𝙨 here? 𝙑𝙪𝙨? Okay. So I suppose she's not here. Okay. So let's proceed with the next participant. Since 𝙑𝙪𝙨 is not here, we would be continuing with the next participant. He is a eloquent speaker. Once a time, he and I shared the debate. We were the participants, and I'm very thrilled to listen to him one more time. He goes with the name Ram, and let's see what you will do in this one.
My title is A Bharat's Cry for Justice. Bharat isn't great because it hides its wounds. It's great because it dares to show them. From the secret echoes of Sabha and Samiti to today's debate and protest, we have always faced our flaws head on. The land doesn't silence criticism, it absorbed it, learned from it, and raised stronger each time. As Brethren said, the first step towards change is awareness, the second step is acceptance. And India, despite all odds, has chosen both. It, it didn't hide from shame of rape, the horror of violence against women, or chains of gender discrimination. It confronted caste-based cruelty, the stigma against religion, and the silent wall between rich and poor. We talked not in whispers, but in parliaments, protests, and courtrooms. And because we talked, we made laws, sprinkled revolutions, and took the step towards healing. That is the glory of this nation, not in perfection, but in the courage to question itself. But there are still truths we don't dare to speak, issues that make people shift in their seats. But maybe after this, some will question why I brought them up at all. But how long we can love our nation while pretending some wounds doesn't exist? Our education system doesn't raise thinkers, we manufacture employees. Children are told to obey, not to question. Schools skills curiosity and with curriculum, and home chases marks over minds. There is no culture of innovation, no parenting guidance, no skill of future. We are nurturing a clerk. We are assembling clerks. We are not nurturing creators. India claims innocent until proven guilty, but cases like Vishnu Tiwari, jailed for over 20 years on a false rape charge, tell a different story. When even the accuser later denies filing the case, we must ask, is this justice? Law must be strict. We, yes, but never so blind they punish the innocent. We need a system where evidence speaks louder than assumptions. Our farmers still show seeds and hope for and harvest with fear. In the age of AI, they rely on monsoon and manual tools. This isn't just poverty, it's technological abandonment. Farmer remains backward not because farmers lack wisdom, but because they are failed to fuel them because we are failed to fuel them with innovation. They don't need sympathy, they need science. As Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Change begins. Change begins with the what we teach, how we parent, and what we tolerate. Support schools with value skills, not just marks. Be the mentor who questions the unlearned. Know your rights, your duties. Demand truth before outrage, justice before hashtag. And for farmers, don't offer pity. Demand progress, demand innovation. Because healing this nation isn't someone else's job, it's all jobs. And it begins now. We can change the nation back by accepting the challenge. First, we have to accept these criticisms. Then we will be able to upgrade them. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Hello?
we heard you. The voice was
Okay.
heard by everyone.
Okay. Can you mute me like from that side?
Okay. Uh-oh.
If I'm not kidding, I'm quite impressed.
To the public, I hope that you are getting it, that this is a speech competition that is going on, and apart from the participant, nobody is allowed to speak in between. So I hope you can stick to the rules and regulation of the group. Thank you so much. And yes, Ram, thank you so much for the speech. We heard you very clearly. Your thoughts were evident. All the very best. I hope that you get a chance, but yes, let's seek for the best. Now it's time for another participant, and I'm not sure how to introduce this participant, but I guess layman introduction would go for him. He's the one well known for with the name Chief. I know if you know it. He is known as Chief. Most of the time, he is in charge of many things. People call him popular, very well known, evident personality of English learners. It's hard you don't know him, but this is just one side of his identity. Okay. Excel, Blaze said Excel. I'm so sorry, but it's not for you this time. So this is one part of his personality, But there is still inside that he's a good speaker, the one who brings emotion on the table, and the one who raises his voice for the justice and to the problems. He's a problem solver, and I can speak on and on if it's his introduction. But for now, as public is shouting Leo Patrick, some is saying Leo, some is saying Patrick. So yes, it's time to call upon a stage Leo Patrick, who would be substituting one of the participants, and I guess he would be speaking on the spot. So all the very best, Patrick sir. I hope you rock.
Thank you. A nation, greatness is measured by how it treats its biggest member, rightly said by respected Mahatma Gandhi. My dear nation, as I sit down to write this letter before die, my heart is filled with mix of emotion, sadness, anger, hope. I'm writing this letter to you today because I feel that I have no other choice. I feel that I must speak out of against the injustice that plug our nation. We are the nation who can build on the principle of freedom, justice, equality. But, my dear friend, we failed to live up to these principles. We fail to provide for our most vulnerable citizen, our children, our elder, and most important, our poor people. We have failed to protect our environment, our culture, our natural resources, and our future generation. We have failed to stand up for what is right, to fight for what is just, to be beacon for the world. But my dear nation, I still have hope. I still have belief that we can be the nation that is just equitable and free for everyone. I still believe that we can be the nation of birthday for highest pride, highest aspiration, who can born today as a baby. So my dear nation, let's rise up. Let's demand justice for everyone, not for one. Let's stand together and build the nation that is truly of the people, by the people, and for the people. I just want to say small poetry that can motivate you before if I die. We are the children of this nation, so fair. A nation built on freedom, justice, and care. Who can care if all are the greedy? But we have failed to live up to our creed. We have failed to provide our most vulnerable needs. We have failed to protect our most important environment, where if baby born, they can live peacefully with great peaceful air. But still have hope. We still have choice to rise up and demand justice from the government. I stand together before saying, my dear nation, I'm dying. My body is weak. My heart is falling for the nation. But at the same time, my heart is failing. My soul is at peace. I know that I will be not here to see the change of this nation. That we, I, want so greedy with justice. I have faith that you will be carry on my legacy, what I wrote in this later. As I take my last breath, I want you to remember these words. We are the ones who have been waiting for. We are the change from the seek. Farewell. Yes, I'm crying. My dear nation, my God bless you and guide me, you, on your
sir.
journey to justice and equality and for
We,
freedom.
we
Thank you.
I guess you exceeded the time limit, and it's you exceeded 2 minutes. It was supposed to be 3 minutes, but yeah, if we take approx, you exceeded 2 minutes. Okay, but let's say this, what's the insider of this speech? I hope that it was something which people can grab it. And thank you so much for taking this opportunity. I believe it's hard when suddenly somebody says that I'm forfeiting and another participant or a member says that I want to participate. It's a good thing. It's a good call. And I'm very happy that you have taken this opportunity. Thank you so much for participating. And it was a decent speech. Thank you. Okay. So it's time for the last participant to rock. And I believe there is nothing which is prepared from beforehand, but people know her very well. She's also one of the well-known personality of the group. Some people call her Oxford Dictionary, some call her vocabulary collection. Most of the time people reach her out because of her diverse, huge collection of vocabulary she possesses. When she speaks, she has a calm, composed way of speaking. And is there anybody who can guess it out? Okay, people are writing Z, apart from MacBook. Okay, so now it's time to call upon the stage the one and only Z. So it's your time, Z. I hope that you'll also present us with a sparkling, bright, and insightful speech. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Just confirm it once. Am I audible?
You are perfectly audible.
Okay. Thank you. So I'll begin. A woman is not just a body to be survived. She's a story that deserves to be heard. Hello everyone, I'm Zaid. Maybe this is the last time I'll ever speak. Maybe after tonight, there won't be a voice left in me to cry anymore. Because I'm tired. Tired of screaming into silence. Tired of watching this country decorate women in slogans while stripping them of safety in reality. Tired of living in a place where a woman's body is not her own. It's public property. To be judged, touched, torn. In 2020, more than 30,000 rape cases were reported. But that's not the real number. Over 70% of rapes go unreported. They vanish into quiet homes, trembling hands, and the eyes that never open again. Because shame is always the woman's to carry. 𝙆𝙤𝙨 2012, she boarded a bus. She trusted the road. She was gang raped, beaten with an iron rod, and her intestines were pulled out. Her body was left bleeding on the street, and we called it an incident. Hathras 2020, a 19-year-old Dalit girl was gang raped, her spine broken, tongue cut. She begged for help, but the system turned its back. She died, and her body was forcibly cremated by the police without her family's consent. And what did we do? We lit candles. We trended hashtags. And then we forgot. 80% of women in India face public harassment in daylight, in crowds, in uniforms, in temples, and we still say, don't go out at night, as if evil waits for darkness. Evil walks in daylight, it smiles, it blames. That's not a flaw in the system, that's the system. It refuses to protect, refuses to punish, refuses to believe her. We chant Beti Bachao and then we bury her. How long will we call this normal? When did we decide that safety was a privilege, not a right? If this doesn't break you, what will? So maybe this is all I have left. Just this voice, this broken, beaten, bleeding voice. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if I ever want to. Because I don't want to live in a country that lets this happen and calls it culture. If you are hearing me right now, don't clap, don't cry, don't move on. Remember me, not as a girl who gave a speech, but as a girl who couldn't take it anymore. And if my voice is the last thing that echoes, let it be a scream loud enough to wake this nation up. Thank you.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think I really wanted to speak at a time when you stopped because I was so much into it and I have no words to describe the way you started it, the way you ended it. I'm not a judge, but to be very honest, I was pulled in your whole thing, like whole speech. Every word you were speaking, it was like a hammer. And I'm not sure, but I'm overwhelmed with every part of it. So thank you so much for providing us with this speech. And I'm totally outspoken. I have no words for this. Yeah, thank you so much. Now it's time for the judges to decide who would be going in the next round. There would be total 4 participants that would be selected from the judges side, Emperor and Samira. So we need to wait for a few minutes so that they can take their decision. In the meantime, let's see what is the public opinion about this thing, this whole topic. Since we have been listening for a long, I believe somebody would be here who want to share his opinion. So it's public time. Is there anyone who would like to share that what is the severe problem of the nation and what problem you would like to highlight in front of the people? Hasn't been highlighted or you would like to add something in someone's speech. So please proceed. Is there anyone? It's a free call. Is there anyone? Missy Miss, I believe you were the one who said that you wanted to participate. Is there something you would like to highlight or would like to say?
What's the topic you said?
Topic is tears of blood. Any severe problem you find in the nation and you would like to speak about the problem. So it's a great stage that's already being, made and you can speak about it. I'm astonished nobody want to speak.
Can I exchange some words?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Miss
please
Sherliey?
go ahead.
Yeah, I have not been there from the starting of this event, but yeah, whatever I have heard, yeah, it is indeed true. Leo talked about the AQI, air quality index. I mean, somewhere he was talking about the air quality. Miss Zaid talk about the women's safety in our India. So what I believe is, yeah, I truly accept all the issues, address all the issues which we are having in our India right now. But I believe that on the other hand, I have a full faith on our judicial system and on our democracy as well, because we are the world largest and oldest democracy. Okay, so I have full faith on them and on our country as well. Earlier as well, we had so many hurdles, we had so many issues. Yeah, I would like to primarily talk about, the financial situation, financial instabilities. But now you can see we are the, I guess, fifth largest economy in the world. Okay, earlier we don't used to have that kind of technology and all, but right now you can see that we are running so many schemes like Make in India, and we have so many goals as well. If I talk about, yeah, Leo was talking about the air quality. So yeah, we have set so many goals, and we are a part of so many summits as well, like COP27 and all. And we have set a target as well that before 2030, even we have to we have to reach our goal of net zero carbon emission and all. There are so many things actually. So yeah, I believe that we will be overcome. I mean, we will tackle all the issues together, and we will think about it, even when it comes to the women's safety as well. Okay, so yeah, and we will reduce the number of incidents and situations in our India. And yeah, that's all from my side, because this is the country, what I believe is, which learns from its mistakes. Okay, as I talked about our financial situations, our what I can say, technology, upgradation and all. So yeah, I believe that we will overcome from our issues and our difficult situations. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
I'm really glad you chose to speak.
Can I speak?
Just a minute, Paras. Is Samaira here? Samaira? Okay, Samaira is not here. Yes, Paras, would you like to say something?
Yes. So I think the nation or India is suffering from like the vulgarity in social media, like the you can say that uh, what should that how means like the negativity just spreading over the internet. Nowadays we can see that there are jokes have just given the jokes are very you can say that क्या बोलते हैं उसे? Wait a minute, just let me just get that word.
Pathetic.
Pathetic, yes, pathetic. And in the name of the dark humor, just people are doing pathetic jokes, and there is a huge vulgarity just spreading over the reels, like so that I think so, and also like the youth is being on, like youth is consuming drugs, intoxications, and the mindset of the youths are like the focus time also of the youths are being decreasing. Like we are not, the youths are not able to just focus properly on anything which they want to do in their life. They are getting distracted easily. Yes, so I think so that are somewhat kinds of things which is our nation is facing.
I see. So I guess our judges would take few more minutes. In the meantime, let me ask few more people if they have any opinion. Then it's a stage. You can come forward, bring your opinion. Let the people hear about it. If our participant has missed something, you can just tell it, right? If
Okay,
any.
I would love to speak again
Shirley,
if it
can
is
I
possible.
know the topic?
Yeah, Purvi, can you repeat?
Can I know a topic, please?
Yeah, so the topic is tears of blood, which here means is that problems or anything which is or difficulties or obstacles that's being faced by the nation, and many problems our participants has come up with. If you think there is a severe issue or something which nation has been facing, you can put it forward in front of everyone. Okay.
I wanted to say something. Uh, the most normal problem that India is facing is corruption. Because if let's say I was thinking it today that if let's say all these schemes that we have, all the laws that we have, if it's implemented in a good way and in an honest way, almost every problem of India will be solved. There is a laws in India for beggars, there is welfare associations, and there are homes, and everything is in India. And we have resources, we have manpower, we have great brains, and we have all the financial things which we want. But the only problem that exists, which makes all of the other things useless, is corruption and the unwillingness of people to actually bring a change in society who have power to do so. So this is what I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I believe that now we have the result. Okay, we have the result here. So the participants that would be going forward would be first Z, second would be Anam, third would be Shrishti, and fourth would be, wait, fourth participant is yet to come. Okay, judges need once more. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, we have the participant here. Yes. So fourth participant is Vijay. So let me repeat the queue. First is Z, second is Anam, third is Vijay, and fourth is Shrishti. These four participants will be going to. Now to the audience who are unaware about the topic. The topic for the second round would be how one act changed my life. This is the second and the final round topic. There are 4 participants. They would be given 3 minutes for their speaking. I hope you all the very best for the second round. So let's proceed with the queue. In the queue, first is Z. So Z, are you there? Z, are you there? Is she here? Z. I shouldn't call her Z. Yeah. Z, are you there? Okay, so Zaid is not here. Anam, are you there?
I'm here, but can I go next? Actually, I'm doing something and serving food to my grandfather. I need some time.
All right. Okay, so Vijay, are you there? I believe you need to respond when your name is
Yeah,
taken.
yeah.
Okay, so it's your turn, Vijay. And I hope you know the topic. I would like to repeat one more time to bring clarity. The topic, the second round topic is how one act changed my life. You would be given 3 minutes. So all the very best.
Can I get a timer or something like that?
Yeah, he would be displaying the timer at the back. You can start with your speaking.
Yeah, 1 second. The reverse count, otherwise I'll start my stopwatch. Yeah, can I begin?
Yes,
On
please
the
proceed.
reverse count of 3, 2, 1. They say one small act of kindness can change the world. But what if I told you one act changed my world? It wasn't about me, it was about my best friend. We were in the university, just two ordinary students with dreams in our eyes and not much in our pockets. And then tragedy knocked on his door. His parents passed away, just like that, gone. I still remember the day he sat beside me, silent, eyes dry, but soul shattered. The boy who once laughed the loudest could no longer find his voice. And what happened next? That's what changed me forever. Our university didn't send condolences in an envelope. They opened their arms. They waived his entire tuition fee, every single rupee, and they returned the tuition fee which he paid already. No questions asked, no conditions. Only one reason: compassion. And then they did something even more extraordinary. They introduced a new policy. If a working parent passes away while a student is enrolled, the university will take care of everything, all out of kindness. Not for headlines, not for praise, just because they believed in something greater. That act changed everything. Like, my friend didn't just survive, he graduated. Today he works in a good company, a very big corporate. He's rebuilding his life. He's living with purpose. And the seed that was sown by the one act of kindness is now a forest. And that's when I realized kindness doesn't need to be grand. It just needs to be real. It just needs to be real. It doesn't ask for applause. It just leaves a mark. What if we choose compassion before convenience? What if we become the reason someone didn't give up? You see, we may not own universities, we may not hold power, but we hold something far greater: the power to care, to check on a friend, to lend a hand, to show up, just to show up, to be a human. That one act didn't just help my friend, it helped me believe in humanity again. And today, I'm passing it to you. Because love is not a poem on a card, it's action. It's showing up when the world walks away. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. So tell me, whose life will you change with your kindness today? Thank you. Yeah, Sherliey, I'm done with it.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you for this speech and let's hope for the best. Now it's time for Zaid to come forward and present her speech. Zaid, very all the best.
Before I start, there's no timer set, so?
Well, the timing limit is 3 minutes.
Before that, did someone track the time for Vijay? We need to know how much time did it take.
There was no timer.
Actually,
That's the reason why I'm asking.
So nobody
Actually, I
tracked.
calculated it's
Okay.
2:45. I completed 10 to 12 seconds before. That's it. Approximately.
Okay, 2:45. So I would
2:45 to
request the
2:48
host to.
approximately.
All right. If nobody is going to share the timer, I request the host to do accordingly and track it at the end. It would be appreciated.
I'm really sorry, but can you repeat?
I said, can you just track the time at your end, if you don't mind, unless Bluebird shows up? Okay, he's here.
Okay, give me a minute. So we are going again with Vijay speaking.
No, it's all right. I guess he said 2:45 and I can see 2:35 on the screen. It's fine.
Yeah, we can go with the display time, 2:35, 2 minutes 35 seconds. So we can proceed, right? Okay. So now it's time for Zaid. So Zaid, I wish you very all the best. Please, stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zaid, and allow me to ask you a question. What's a universal language? You might say English, right? Well, that's not correct, my lovely audience. The universal language is kindness. Your smile is the vocabulary of kindness, simple and universal. Actions are the grammar giving structure to kindness. Empathy adds the right touch, and forgiveness is the rhythm that keeps kindness alive, even in tough times. Kindness is a language everyone can speak and understand. I remember a time when a small act of kindness had a profound impact on my life. In 2023, I was struggling with pain and insecurities. Someone reached out, offering a listening ear and reassurance. That simple act made me feel seen, heard, and understood, something I had never experienced before. It sparked a transformation in me and changed my perspective on life. Kindness is the only thing in the world that doubles when you share it, and science proves it. A study from the University of British Columbia found that performing acts of kindness reduces stress, anxiety, and depression while boosting happiness. When you show kindness, your body releases endorphin, oxytocin, and serotonin, hormones that help make you feel happy, calm, and connected. These hormones benefit both the giver and the receiver, making everyone feel healthier and happier. From an philosophical perspective, kindness is not just an emotional response, but a central virtue in achieving eudaimonia, or human flourishing. Aristotle believed that practicing virtues like kindness contributes to a balanced and meaningful life, bringing happiness and harmony to both individuals and society. As I have explained, kindness has profound positive effects, both psychologically and philosophically, and I also provide personal anecdotes. Yet, despite all these benefits, our world remains filled with cruelty and unkindness. Why? Why? Why do we see such horrors around us? Why are there multiple rape cases, crime against children, women, and men? Why, when an accident occurs, do people not rush to help but instead pull out their phone to record a video? Why does a single controversy on social media spark a wave of hatred and criticism toward an individual? The truth is, kindness is a choice. Each of us has the power to make this world a better place by choosing to be kind, by choosing to show compassion, and by choosing to be part of the solution rather than the problem. Imagine the impact we could have if we all make kindness a priority in our daily lives. To wrap up, I would like to leave you with a quote by the great Mark Twain. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and blind can see. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for the speech. As for the judges, we would be telling you the timer since Bluebird's screen is not visible right now, but I believe he has kept a check on it. So we would be sharing it very soon. Yeah. With this, we would like to call upon stage the next participant for the evening for the second round. That is Anam. Anam, I hope you are there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, stage is yours.
Okay. So what if I told you what a single drop of kindness could ripple through a heart, a life, a world? That could be turn darkness into light, disappear, and the disappointment into hope. Dear friends, today I stand before you not just as a speaker, but as a witness to power of kindness that changed my life. I want you to picture this. A rainy day, my shoulder heavy with the weight of the world that felt too cruel, too cold. I was lost. No, not on a map, but in my soul. Then a stranger approached me. No grand gesture, no spotlight, just a smile, a simple, "You are enough." An umbrella held over my head. That moment was not just a shelter from the rain, it was a shelter from my spirit. One act of kindness and suddenly the storm didn't feel so loud. Kindness is a quiet song, my friends. It's not just a shout, but a sing. It does not demand, but it heals. In the world of a great poet she said, people will forget what you said, People will forget what you did. People will never forget how you made them feel. That stranger made me feel seen, worthy, and alive that night. And in the lightness, I found strength. But here, but here is a secret I have learned. That is, kindness does not just love the one who received it, it loves one who gives it too. When we choose compassion, we choose freedom. We just, in the chaos of this world, we choose the bitterness, they forgive the bitterness of for the beauty. Hate for harmony. Have you ever felt the glow of helping someone? That's kindness weaving its magic, stitching us together. It's a trade by trade. So I ask you today, why not be that trade? Why not be that smile, the hand, the world that someone else carries forever? I was drawing and one act pulled me to shore. Imagine that a millions of acts could do. In the worlds of chaos, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. It is a seed planted in silence that grows into foster of love. Now, now I am no longer that person. I was under the rain. I am braver, I'm softer, brighter because someone is there to care about me. And so I stand here with the heart with full of emotions, begging you today. Spread the kindness. Let it spill from your hands like a sunlight. Let the dance in your words like a poetry. Be the reason someone believe in the goodness again. So as I am ending here, what will your rebel be? Will you be the storm or the shelter? I choose shelter. I choose kindness because one act didn't just change my life, it became my life. Thank you.
Okay. So I believe you took 30 seconds more, but thank you so much, Anam, for this speech. And we are back with the timer. So yes, proceeding with the last participant for the evening, for the round, second round, it would be Shrishti. So Shrishti, are you there? Is she here? Shrishti? Okay. I believe Shrishti is not here. All right. So it's up to judges. Right now, Shrishti is not here. Should we wait, or you would like to go with the three participants?
Actually, she already wrote. She wrote she won't be available for the long time, so I guess she's not there.
Okay. Okay. So we would be considering only three participants for the last round: Zaid, Vijay, and Anam. Shrishti won't be there. So now it's up to judges. Judges would be telling us who is the final winner. So we should let them have their own space. Okay. So since the public was listening for such a long time, we started it at 8 o'clock and right now it's 9:43. I believe this whole event has brought lots of insight, lots of questions to be asked, and more than a question or a problem, we need to be the problem solvers as a youth. So let's see what could be the solutions or potential solutions that can be accepted as a youth and we can do to prevent these kind of situations. So is there anybody who would like to speak about any problem which is already um, taken by any participant in the speech, and they would think that if we do this, then maybe that problem can be solved or can be reduced? Anyone here want to speak?
About this topic.
Sorry,
About
who
which
is it?
topic? I'm Nidax.
Well, there are a number of things that's being used in the debate, speeches. So if you have heard any of the speech and you know that the nation has faced this problem and this could be the potential solution, so you can come forward and speak about it.
I want to know just opinion of yours about uh, the reducing forest in Hyderabad. Are you listening this news at this present time?
Okay.
There are a lot of trees and species of animal and birds. They are about to end.
Okay.
Okay, do you think is it right?
Cutting of the forest?
Yeah.
Definitely ethically or from the global purpose it's really wrong, and we shouldn't do, I mean, just for the infrastructure and just to promote the higher standard of living, we are cutting trees, destroying environment, and soon enough, or I should say right now as well, we are facing consequences for that. Global warming is very evident since it's summertime, so sun would be there to let us know what we did, for sure. What about
Yes.
what problems? I mean, see, one of the problem that's being discussed is that food wastage, and there is hunger problem. So, is there anyone who would like to come forward and say that this could be the potential solution for the hunger problem? Okay, I suppose nobody is interested to answer at all.
May I?
Can I?
Yeah, Batman, go ahead. Since he spoke first, so.
Ma'am, I was reading a report last year, well, maybe last year only, that we produce so much of rice. Basically, the kind of we produce grains which are only for our own consumption. So if we try to grow such crops which are beneficial, like which can be sold in foreign market, or then we can resolve this farmers' money issue and all income issue. And the bigger problem is storage issues also. Like we produce around 800 or 900 million tons of rice. Still we don't have storage facilities. So 30-40% of those rice get spoiled every year with rain and all those because of climate. So I feel the government need to invest in storage facilities also. And yes, we are like, we just grow for our own consumption. And the same thing, like for producing 1 kg of rice, a big tanker, if you have seen those tankers, that much water is required just to produce 1 kg of rice. So basically our farmers are not aware that which crop is beneficial for them economically, as well as which will not degrade the fertility of soil. So awareness is not there. If we somehow shift the crop pattern that we have right now, that what we have been doing traditionally, then somehow we can resolve the issue of food security. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, and I believe yes, this could be one of the way we can solve the problem. There was someone else as well that wanted to speak. Shrishti, my dear, I'm really disheartened to see you right now, to be very honest, because I wanted you to be in the finals, but you missed it by few minutes. So yeah, I guess it was fate anyways. Now it's time for another participant. No. Okay, so there was someone else as well who wanted to speak. Who was that? Vijay, was it? Was it you?
Yeah, I was asking. Yeah, I was raising my hand. Okay,
Okay.
I want to give an awareness. I was about to talk about some other topics since Batman told about the water consumption and stuff about food thing and crop patterns. I want to continue that topic now. Can I?
Sure.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
So I just want to, I mean, I just want to tell about something called virtual water. Okay, virtual water. So what is virtual water? Like the amount of water used to produce something. That's called virtual water. Okay. For example, 1 kg of rice consumes approximately 2,000 liters of water. 1 kg of wheat consumes 1,000 liters of water. So likewise, we have to calculate the amount of water consumption using matrices and data which is already present, and work on it accordingly to change the crop patterns. And agriculture uses a 70% of the water for all the purposes. So it might impact climate risk and food water imbalance as well. So we have to plan our crops accordingly, as Batman suggested. And that's what I just want to mention. And we have to in industries, like for example, if you take a car, for example, if you take a manufacturing a car, the car manufacturing takes approximately 1 lakh liters of water to manufacture a single car. So we have to create in more industries which doesn't use this kind of virtual water. I read like a jean pan can consume approximately 200, 300 liters of water to manufacture, I guess. So we have to make these kind of factors into consideration while giving license to the factories whenever they started. Instead, we have to promote eco-friendly factories and which consumes very less virtual water for the betterment of the country and development. For example, Israel, which is doing agriculture based only on the reverse osmosis method. From seawater, they're converting and using it. So they're using it very well because they calculate the virtual water properly and doing agriculture. So we have to take them as an example and plan our crop patterns and plan our industries as well. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. So I guess the wait is over and the judges are here. So let me call upon a stage Excel, the honorable judge, to come forward and present the result.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Sherliey. So here we go. We're going to announce the name of the winner of today's event. So thank you. Thank you to all participants for your incredible effort and insightful speeches. That was nothing sort of amazing performance. So after carefully consideration, it's time to announce the winner, finally. So the winner of this competition is, what do you think? Okay. The winner of this competition is none other than Zad. Yes, congratulations, Zad. Your speech truly stood out. Well done to everyone, the other participants. And yeah, I'd love to talk about Anam and Vijay and other participants as well. So Anam, you did really great. Just a little mistake where you made pronunciation and grammatical mistakes were found in your speech. So there we had to deduct your marks. Apart from that, you are such a great speaker, energetic, bold, and really, that was really amazing to listen to you. Girl, are you there, Anam? Anam, are you there? In the stage, in the VC right now. Can you hear me? Okay, I hope Vijay is here. So Vijay, for you, the feedback You need to work on your voice modulation and also pronunciation, the clarity in your speech. That could be improved. Okay. Apart from that, you are such an eloquent speaker. Just work on these areas. So finally, yes, once again, congratulations, Miss Zad, for your. Oh my God, I was speaking, like muting myself. Would you like to say something, Zad?
I also want to listen him.
Zed is not in the VC, I guess. Yeah, she joined the VC right now.
So Jed, everyone wants to listen you. Please say something. And congratulations.
So yeah, we finally have the winner here, Zaid. Zaid, congratulations to you and all the other participants who have qualified. Thank you so much, Samaira ma'am. I'm really sorry I didn't spot you on the VC, and the one who was spotted didn't wanted to say. So I'm really sorry, and thank you so much for announcing the result. I'm really sorry for that. It was a blunder. So Zaid, please come forward and share your experience, how it was, and a big congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm still, I don't know, at a loss for words because it's something that is truly unexpected. I think this is the second time I have participated in the speech competition. The first time, I couldn't make it. I didn't even come under top 5, and that's okay. I was happy that I finally participated because I do have stage fear, and that time I mustered some courage and I did participate. And this was the second time. I was offline for the last week. When I came, I saw the poster and I thought, let's just do it. I just have to work hard for a whole day and it's not going to hinder my studies or anything. So I thought, let's just give it a shot. Although I didn't have any hope. I mean, I had literally, I'm not trying to sound like humble or something, but I literally didn't have any hope that I'll cross the first round. But I did, and I was happy that at least I made it. But winning it, okay, that was out of the question. But I'm glad I did it. It's kind of like a motivation that at least once I did it, and definitely it's going to motivate me for the second time if I participate in any other competition. And I'm glad. And yeah, thank you everybody, all the people who had given their hands in preparing for the speech competition, the host, Shirley, the judges, and organizer, everybody. I'd like to thank all of you, because the thing is that not only participants work hard, but everybody does it. And I realized it when I also became a part of it. I realized everybody works harder to prepare for it. So I'll thank everyone, even the people, the person who was streaming the timer, everybody. I don't want to forget everybody. So yeah, thank you. And about experience, as I mentioned, it was great. And I'm happy. Thank you.
Well, I'm really glad that you participated, and I believe there is no reason for worry. I mean, if it's you, then I don't believe that you have a stage fear. Maybe it's just that sometimes we do feel that, but we shine brighter when we are nervous, but we are prepared. So it's a good thing you grabbed the opportunity. Let's hear from Anam. Anam, you there? My favorite participant. You did a great job. Would like to say something? I suppose she cannot speak right now. From the participant side, anybody want to speak something?
Hi, hello. Another participant. Yeah, I'm here. Vijay here. So I just want to thank Pal and all the organizers, LP, BB, and everyone, and participants for participating as well, and host yourself for doing that excellent job of hosting it, and BB for keeping the timer as well, and judges for judging us. And the thing is that Zay did an excellent job. Like I didn't expect that in the first round. I mean, it was so good. I mean, I didn't expect that kind of a performance from Zay. So I really enjoyed the session. I mean, it's all new, and I didn't prepare for the second round at all because I thought I won't cross the first round. And all of a sudden, I was okay. I thought I could answer in the third, but all of a sudden, I had to perform first. And yeah, I did my best. I need to improve a lot, as ma'am said, and I'll improve that, and I'll perform well in the next one. And it's really an amazing experience. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't even move an inch from the debate, from the competition, speech competitions. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you so much. So it's now, so it's time to wrap it up. We have been in this event for 2 hours, and it was really wonderful listening to each one of you. From the participant side, they brought lots of insight, the problems that the nation is facing. I hope that it's not just an event, or it's just not any other uh, English thing where you just need to listen and forget about it. Sometimes it's about problem, so we can focus on it and become a better citizen and a person. With this, thank you so much, the judges, for taking your time out and evaluating each participant, giving a feedback. So Myra, really thanks to you that we were able to get a result, and also the other judges. Now it's time to wrap it up. Thank you, audience, for listening. And with this, we are done with this.